I'm Rich Shaeffer. I'm from San Marcos, California. And the work I do is in something I call socio-political abstractionism, which is a term I made up, not finding that it existed anywhere. So the whole purpose of socio-political abstractionism is to take hot-button topics that are in the news. These are social issues of political importance. They're being debated very hotly by both parties, in fact, the other parties as well. And I try to express these things in abstract form. It's different than other political art, which might be caricatures or cartoon type art. My work, as you can see, you wouldn't know what it means just looking at it. There's a nice piece of art, but you need a little background in terms of what inspired it. My career has been in engineering and business management, and upon retiring a few years ago from that, I decided to do a piece of art, just to experiment with doing a piece of art. It happened to be 4 feet by 6 feet, and I called it The Story of My Life, an experiment of love, faith, and chaos. It turns out to have been mostly chaos, but I wanted to try painting. And so I like to say that most of my work is not inspired by other artists, but this first piece obviously was inspired by Jackson Pollock. It's very, very abstractual. And what I did was I just sat in my garage and put down some paint every day. I would try to think of my life, and going back to what I could first remember, and put down some colors to express feelings or people or emotions. And I would do that every day for 6 weeks, just come back and think of another part of my life, put down some paint, and it turned out as it turned out. And shortly after that, our president came out with this statement about how North Korea was going to be met with fire and fury. I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go. A new threat of fire and fury, even better than previous threats. And so I tried to put that down on canvas, and I did. And I found every week there'd be something new in the press, something disturbing, something that would cause me to have a vision or a nightmare. And I just began to put out one piece after another and develop, like I say, this genre of socio-political abstractionism. I've done a number of pieces in anticipation of the election coming up in 2020. And, I'm expecting things will not go well. And I think it will give me a lot of fodder for new ideas come November, December, even January. So we'll see where things go from here. As a part of the election coming up, I discovered there's an artist call in Washington for posters to encourage people to get out and vote. And I've submitted 5 ideas for posters for that. I'm trying to use art to create a climate of more human compassion. We're seeing so much in politics nowadays where people are insulting and belittling and name-calling, and I don't think that kind of thing belongs in our political system. And I would hope to get people thinking about things and do what I can to bring more respect to society and politics. You can find my art at richshaeffer.com.